I'm going to keep this to a minute, or I'll try to anyway. I'm going to run through 5 policies really quickly, and then if you want to ask any questions, you can do afterwards. My first one is video recorded lectures. I want to make all lectures video recorded from this point onwards. It increases access to lectures. If you miss them, you can catch up, and also it makes revision a lot easier. We all know that. I want to make sure all materials for lectures are online the day before, so we don't make seminars and lectures without notes or anything we can use notes for. It's quite a common problem in a lot of departments. I want to bring integrated placement schemes into all faculties, because at the moment LUMs do it really well, but we could all do it with an employability boost, right? So I want to bring it into FAS, FST, and whatever else. Work-free Wednesdays. I have a policy like Laura did, where I actually want to make Wednesdays completely free for sports, societies, volunteering, and whatever else. Don't know if it'd be any use to you guys, but maybe you could use it if it was there as an option. And finally, I want to bring more money into bursaries and scholarships, because at the moment the cost of everything else is rising, but we don't give students enough money. Thanks, guys.
Hi, I'm Chris Green, as you can see there. I'm running for Vice President Education too, and I'm not just addressing you as American football players, as bombers, I'm addressing you as students who care about their education. So first up, one thing I want to talk about is study space. I believe that there's not enough study space on campus at the moment. There needs to be more investment in more study space on campus. Also, there's still no study space in town. Why haven't the university invested in study space in town? For students who live in town, it's just completely not fair that you have to come onto campus to find study space that's not your own room. Wednesday afternoons, I want to have Wednesday afternoons off for sports and societies. Although I think having the full of Wednesday off is a good idea, I just don't think it's feasible with the amount of lecture space and seminar space, or therefore lack of lecture space and seminar space. So I want to have Wednesday afternoons off for sports and societies. Next, referendum on January exams. January exams would basically split your workload between summer and January. This would benefit a lot of people. I think this should be done department to department. This would not benefit all departments, but it would heavily benefit other departments. Say, for example, if you have an exam-intensive degree, if it was split between summer and January, you wouldn't be pulling your hair out at the end of the year when you've got 8 exams in 2 weeks. So I think we need to look into this and ask students if they want it. The room booking system, whoever booked this room obviously knows the room booking system is inadequate, it's unusable, it's completely overly complex. Therefore, students don't know where there is space on campus and when they can use it. I think we need to simplify the system so people know where there is space and when they can use it when they're trying to study. Marking turnaround, it's your right as a student to get your work back in 4 weeks. I don't know if you knew this. A lot of you probably didn't because they don't talk about it. A lot of the time you might get your work back in 5, 6, 7 weeks. I don't think it's good enough. And I think you should also always know when you're getting your mark back, so you're not refreshing your transcript every 5 minutes to get your mark back. You should always be given a date and you should know when you're getting your work back. Lecture recordings, like Ben said, I have the same policy. All lectures should be recorded and put online to be used as a revision material or if you have to miss a lecture. I've been Chris Green, thanks for your time.
Your voice sounds beautiful. Hi, I'm Jack Biles and I'm going to be your next VP for Education. I'd just like to talk to you about a few points that I want to get done. Firstly, on the issue of workspace and computer space. The fact of the matter is on campus there's not enough. Now, the solutions are simple. Firstly, on the issue of computer labs. The university has the space for more computer labs. The university has the funds for more computers. It seems absolutely ridiculous to me that you have to bloody well fight and bloody, lock your computers when you're in the library, but I did it all the bloody time, so I'm a bit of a hypocrite here. You know what I mean? Moving on the issue of the cost of living, I think it's unfair that at the moment we have international postgraduate fees rising and rising and rising. The whole point of university isn't for profit or for greed, the whole point of it is to better yourself and get a good education. Now, there's a couple of points I'd like to talk about. My 2 other candidates have talked about work-free Wednesdays and recorded lecturings. Now, I'd like to be a bit more realistic here. Hands up, who here has had to choose between a Bombers match and going to the lecture on a Wednesday out of interest?
All our games are on Sunday.
All your games are on Sunday.
It's okay.
Maybe I've had done my research. So then if you give a shit about work-free Wednesdays out of interest, or would you rather have Wednesdays to be able to work?
I mean, I'm on another sports team as well, so...
Yeah, well you see, I think the problem that we have with work-free Wednesdays at the moment is that we have 3 kinds of departments. We have departments that actually try and get you work-free Wednesdays, at least in the afternoon. We have departments like my own history that seem to just not give a shit whatsoever. Like, You can probably tell I'm not the most sporty person in the world, but if I wanted to go off and play sports on Wednesday afternoons, I couldn't. I've got a seminar 12 to 1 tomorrow. And then we have some departments where it's a bit more mixed. Perhaps they don't have the time like physics where the workload's intensive. What I think we need to do is go department to department and find out which ones are doing well, which ones aren't. I think the way to do this is to work with department reps and to kind of empower them in order to, so that they can fight for Wednesday afternoon. I think the solution isn't that we have one central figure who's trying to give desperately commands to university management. I think we need a bigger campaign over this. And the issue of recorded lectures, I think it's a great idea and I will fight for it. The trouble is that lectures are the academic property, sorry, the intellectual property of academics, and there are a lot of academics who've said to me in the history and PPR departments that they absolutely want nothing to do with this. So I think the solution again is to go to the department reps, try and help them get better at their job, and try and help them improve the situation that we're in. Thank you.
Chris, you talked about sorry, January exams.
Yeah.
The other Ben and what your name? Jack. Sorry. What are your opinions on this?
I fully support it. I just didn't want to put too many policies in my manifesto. I just support it completely agree with it.
I think it depends on the department. Like, for instance, in the politics department, modules take place over the full course of the year. So I don't think in that case it would be wise to have January exams. In my own department, history, we have half modules, so I think we'd be better there. I think what we need to do is go out and engage with students and find out their opinions. And again, I think we need flexibility here. So rather than say that there will be January exams, what I'm going to say is that I think we should have it on a department by department basis and consult with students about whether they want this or not.
Cool. Thank you.
I have a question. In terms of Lancaster Award, where you look at education with like employability with sporting achievements, there's athletes here. How do you, because a lot of people don't know about Lancaster Awards, how do you aim to like link Lancaster Award to employability and sports, basically? Do you want me to rephrase my question? Answer.
Well, I think at the moment, a lot of emphasis, like you said, in the Lancaster Award is put on strictly academic achievements. At the end of the day, while you're here, not the only thing that you achieve is academic. You play sports, you're in societies, etc. I see it as extremely narrow-minded to only include, well, mostly include things that are purely academic. At the end of the day, things like, for example, being the captain of the sports team looks extremely impressive on a Lancaster Award. So why isn't it there? Why isn't this being talked about? At the end of the day, the whole point of the Lancaster Award is to improve your employability, and being in a sports team does just that. Because in a working environment, you are working within a team. So it would benefit you to have that on the Lancaster Award, and I think that should be done. It should be done already at the end of the day, and if it's not being done, it needs to be done in the future.
Having completed the Lancaster Award, I know that being a sports team or doing some activity on campus can go towards the Lancaster Award. It's just about marketing and making sure the students know that. Some of you guys could do the Lancaster Award now and check all the boxes before you even really started. It's just about making that clear, really. So perhaps careers teams could have a quick word with team captains, things like that, get their students on board.
I think in terms of the Lancaster Award, we need to push it out there more, make people more aware of it. I've got no sport in my particular academic success in myself, so I don't know huge about the Lancaster Award, but it's something I'll look more into. In terms of getting students to know about it, I suppose having to work with the VP of whoever wins VP campaign communications on getting them to push it out there, getting departments to kind of push it to their students. I know recently, like we've been told over and over and over again, you have to complete the National Student Survey, but we've had almost no information whatsoever with the Lancaster Award, so I don't see why departments are focusing simply on this aspect that management has instructed them to do, when there are other important aspects that need to be discussed.
Any other questions?